What's up, friends? I think unfinished works are kind of cool. And here are my thoughts on that. So I'm going to start by going back to when I was a child. When I was a child becoming an adult, young adult phase. I skipped over young adult books and I went straight to epic fantasy, which I don't know was a good idea, but I did it anyway. My first big epic fantasy book outside of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit was Once a Future King by T.H. White, which is a brilliant piece of literature. Highly recommend that everyone read it. I just chose it because I heard it was long and I was into that as a kid. And some people are still into that. But my next one was the Wheel of Time series, which I loved and I read all the way through twice now. I've read it a second time as an adult and it's still great. It's even better the second time. But I honestly don't think it would have mattered if Brandon Sanderson wouldn't have finished it. I think Knife of Dreams is the best book in the series. It's incredible. You get a really satisfying conclusion to a lot of things. Do we ever see Rand face off against the Dark One? No. Is Rand being kind of an emo Rand? Yes. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's kind of a dope way to end a series, just to not finish it. And I think there's a comfortability that maybe I just have with that type of thing that a lot of people don't have. And I think they should have it. You know, it's like when you watch an anime that only ever got one season and you're like, dang, man, I wish this anime would have gotten more seasons. So, you know, it's kind of nice going and knowing, oh, I'm only going to have to watch one season of this. And there's some unfinished plot lines, but I don't have to deal with them. I never have to think about it again. Recently, I started reading Game of Thrones, which, as someone who enjoys fantasy books and has read a lot of fantasy books, I am getting into that way too late. Just way too late. So late in the game. I never watched the show. I read the first book and I thought, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Really excited to read the second book. Starting to read the second book soon. And I'm going into it knowing that it will probably never be done. And I'm just totally fine with it. I think going into something with the expectation that it may never be finished is the best way to go into something, because then you can just enjoy what you have. And you don't have to think, oh, what if George R.R. Martin never finished this? No, I can just go enjoy the other cool things he's doing. Would I rather he finish Game of Thrones, or would I rather have had him do the world building for Elden Ring? Elden Ring, absolutely. Have you played Elden Ring? It's incredible. It is the reason I started reading Game of Thrones, because I thought the writing and world building was so incredible. That Ronnie quest, whew. He's reaching an audience because of that he would have never reached just by writing books. I think more people should do that. I think more people should just be like, you know what? I'm not going to finish this. And then just move into something else. It's sick. You probably all disagree with me. This is, I feel like, one of my hottest takes. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. You can share them, or you cannot and just keep them to yourself. But, you know, maybe make an anonymous YouTube account and start yelling at me. All of it's fine. I make music myself, and I think it's really good music. And some of the songs don't end the way that most songs end, and I like that. I like to end them weird and suspended. I end with suspended chords, and it makes people feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I love that. I love the unfinished story aspect to it. And if you like that type of stuff, you might like my books, my music. I don't write books. Check them out. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.
So when you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?